to your astrological natal chart, eclipse report rather. Definitely looking forward to read your chart. I'm glad you got this eclipse report, especially seeing that your sun is right in the middle of the eclipse. But you have certain really awesome things about your chart that I want to get out the way. And the first is that you an alien, my friend. You got an alien construct. You have one of the most extraordinary soul constructs that I've seen in a chart. And I'm biased because Aquarius is the only sign I respect. So when I look at the Aquarius moon, I see a alien cosmic soul. But you have Uranus and Neptune on your moon. I have that, but in Capricorn. It's perhaps one of the most powerful combinations of power or soul. But to see yours in Aquarius is, I would say, one of the only other combinations that's at a higher level. It's a huge deal. So congratulations. The cosmic nature of your soul with Uranus in its dignity makes you a vessel of the Lord of your 11th house. And given that I've experienced this in Capricorn, your experience of this is going to be so much more claircognizant in that you can comprehend the cycles and trends of the future. You can predict election outcomes. You can literally read the minds of teenagers. I've had it before I knew I had any psychic ability, before I knew psychic ability was real, I read the mind of a teenager. And this is before I knew Uranus was on my moon. So like, it's legit. And for you to have this in Aquarius means that it's awakening for the first time with Pluto going into Aquarius. So Neptune vessel aliens, you can read others' minds and auras. You can literally read other souls and see their greatest potential. In Aquarius here, this is going to be linked towards your ability to claircognizantly just know. So your understanding, the quality of your soul is unlike anyone else's soul. I'm going to just tell you this right now. I'm an authority on souls. You have one of the strongest, most claircognizant and extraordinary souls I've seen in a chart, period. It's actually a huge deal. And now to see that you have this with Saturn on your sun, you can manifest anything into a 3D reality, turn times backwards and forwards. You're a gangster, my friend. You are a whole gangster. Jupiter is on the rising. There's no Jupiter construct here, but the author of this article is going to add Jupiter. So to have the king of the Olympian gods on your rising, the Titan king on your sun, and then the god of the sky and the heavens on your moon, you're a bad motherfucker. You're legit, okay? You got the high queen soul, the natural queen spirit, and you're the original. It's just with Jupiter on your rising, this adds a bit more swag, okay? Because you are evolution expert. You're a lot of things. But the most important thing that I want to kind of illustrate is that, you know, with your sun in the second, as an Aries rising, you have the vibration of cosmic value. You are the cosmic manifester. You are the cosmic producer. Okay. The celestial producer, the knowledge of manifestation, the knowledge of value, in that this moon in Aquarius is the soul knowledge of the spirit, sun in Taurus of manifestation and value. So this is a very royal vibration. And this also speaks to the unconventional, supernatural, claircognizant knowledge that you feel collectively in where the right people belong with you, so that this goes into how dynamically you manifest value in the second house. You paid me money. Okay, both you and I are actually quite similar because we're both collective individuals. We're God level individuals in that both of our rising and sun are in individual zodiac signs. I have my rising Taurus and my sun Gemini. You have your rising Aries and your sun Taurus. And then both of our moons are in collective or God level signs. My moon's in Cap, your moon's in Aqua. So that's a specific archetype you and I both share, collective individuality. We feel into the totality or the wholeness of the collective, but we express it individually as individuals. Taurus and Aries are antisocial personalities. Libra is social. Well, Aries is opposite that. Scorpio is social. Well, Taurus is opposite that. Leo is social. Well, Aquarius is opposite that. So you're totally antisocial. And that's a cool thing. It's not a bad thing. being social is not a good or bad thing. Being antisocial is not a good or bad thing. It's just a thing. So it means that, like, especially as a Taurus, well, as an Aqua sun, Aqua's different. It stands outside the crowd. So you have knowledge. As a Taurus, you got the goods. So you don't need anyone else, really. Like, people come to you for goods. And this is really the stubborn quality of how you're going to really keep to yourself, especially as an Aries rising that does their own thing. Does it mean that you don't like social activity? No, you have your Mars in Libra, so you actually desire to express yourself artistically and socially. It just doesn't change the fact that you're antisocial and you're individual. You're a God level individual. So let me give you an idea of what that looks like. You paid me money so that I can communicate this to you one-on-one, because I have second house Gemini. The way I make money is through conversation, communication, writing, but it's individual. So it's one-on-one. You're very similar in this sense, in that your second house is Taurus. So whereas I'm manifesting Gemini, you manifest Taurus, and you have Saturn here. So you have the full on authority to manifest Taurus, that once you come into your Saturn return, you're going to fully return, and you're going to just be a super boss. Like, anything you want to manifest, boom, snap of your fingers. And you already have it like this right now. This is such a serious Midas touch that you got it like that. Like, that should be your swag. Like, you Miss I got it. Like, little Miss I got it like that, if you like that meme. So the reason why this is really key, people will pay you in order for you to give them real, tangible, practical value. All right. It's not limited to this, but like, whereas I'm going to manifest more intellectual property, second house Gemini, you're going to manifest grounded, tangible property. You could actually make real products. All right. This could be managing real money. Okay. So anything, especially with the totality of Saturn, anything that's going to manifest this practical value in whatever form it is, you have the high knowledge of your Aqua moon to really give you the most unconventional knowledge in your relation to everyone else around you collectively in towards this individual manifestation that with Jupiter on your rising once again. So I just wanted to make this a quick natal chart reading, because your natal chart is legit. You got a fucking fire natal chart. Excuse my language. And you were born in 99, so you come from the ancient future. Oh my God, that's so lit. I have my North Node in Aquarius, so like, I'm connected to people born 99, 62, like anyone with the North Node Leo, because where you guys went, we're gone, and where you guys are going, we've gone. So let me say that again. Where we're going, you've come from, and where you're going, we've come from. So you come from the ancient future. That's gangster, my friend. Your soul carries knowledge from the ancient future that has yet to actually happen. The ancient future is far from this present, but it's still ancient, and that's where you come from. Like, that's how gangster of an alien you are. Like, you're not even from here, my friend. I'm an alien too, but like, you're an alien. So that's awesome. I mean, there's no distinction like that, but I mean, I just wanted to illustrate that your destiny is to get on your throne and use the resources of the networking and interconnectivity that you feel where it belongs, and to perform. As a producer, your destiny is to create that stage and create the space for people to express themselves creatively. North Node 5th house is actually really fun, because you're using the resources of a team or a group that you're a part of in order to be the star player of that team, in order to actually come into independence doing what you love with the support of a very unconventional Aquarian collective that backs you up. And so with your sun in Taurus, you have the value you manifest. And this very much influences the nature of your self-esteem in how you manifest this. This is key, because for both of us, the nodes are squaring our nodes. So this is a checkpoint that's having you, relative to the last time the North Node was in Leo and you had that nodal return, break through before you complete this with North Node in Aquarius and have the nodal reversal. So this is you relative to deciding what creativity you want to establish now in Taurus, manifesting the practicality of what that realistically looks like. Because once the North Node makes it to Aquarius, now you've completed that by manifesting the collective that can support you in these goals. This is a huge deal, but it's going to start to actually take practical essence now that it's in Taurus. This North Node in your second is going to blow open the gateways of financial wealth that will prepare for your Saturn return when Saturn comes through here post 2027 and actually kick this off, because you have Uranus transiting through here, squaring your Uranus, but you have Saturn in Aquarius squaring your Saturn, which is very interesting being born in 99, because you're all the only ones that are going through that. This is stabilizing the claircognizant depth of wisdom and also cosmic energy that you can ground naturally on your body physiologically. So it's like being an anime character and being able to channel and harness actual cosmic forces as simply as breathing, because Taurus is your five senses. So this is augmenting the clairs of your senses so that you can come into higher knowledge of how to integrate this like an advanced member of the new generation. The only thing here is many people are fucking stupid. So like stupid people are going to think you're crazy because you're bearing in this unconventional, innovative creativity that is completely outside the box of what's considered normal. And such mortal normies will only think you're crazy when you're here to innovate and lead them and guide them. If it wasn't for you, these people would not know shit. Okay. Like this is representative of what you're contributing, just like other people like you are contributing. Anyone who kind of undermines that is ignorant because they fear what you represent, this forward moving innovation and growth, which is not going to look like the way it was taught to them in school, which is not going to look like the way that's comfortable for them. You're not here to make people comfortable. You're here to uplift them out their ignorance. And that's really just by you creatively being yourself, not trying to shove things down people's throat. You've never had to do that. You got the Midas touch. You got it like that. So it's just something I want to keep in mind, because you're going to overcome a lot of this doubt. You're going to be overcoming a lot of this negativity projected towards you just out of fear, nothing personal towards you, but you're a gangster. So you are going to intimidate weaklings. You're super strong. You're super strong. You're super powerful. Okay. So with that being said, when we take that into account, I just wanted to set up once again how gangster your natal chart is. You have such a dope chart. Such a dope chart. I am a little biased because my Venus is in Taurus. So I do like Taurus. I do respect Aquarius, but like still. Such a dope chart. Okay, that being said, it's also kind of interesting because the moon is 8 degrees Taurus on your Saturn. So your timing ordering this is really miraculous. That's how much of a gangster you are. Like Saturn context give you such mastery over timing and time and authority. You are a spiritual authority when it comes to value. Saturn here means that you can look at anything and you have the authority to say, hey, this is not worth shit. Like this is a fake knockoff, or hey, this is actually valuable and I'll show you why. Like you actually have authority. You have skill, you have expertise in determining these things. And once you come closer to your Saturn return, you'll complete that. So, you know, anything you're missing now, you'll have by then, which it looks like it's going to be, end of 2025, coming in 2026, 2027. Woo! All right. So now that we got that out the way, Pluto is eventually going to hit your Neptune over the rest of this decade. And we know that we had the eclipse in May in your second house. So the significance of this Taurus eclipse is taking the pure energy of the social Scorpio dynamics, unlocking all that pure depth, so that we can all manifest individual value based on who we can identify trusts what we're worth. And the significance, once again, of this, as an Aries rising, puts you in a position to most importantly use other people's 8th house resources in order to add to your own. If this was the other way around, if it was the South Node in your second and the North Node in the 8th, you would be using your own money. You'd be using your own resources to invest in other people. You would have to find what is worth investing in. Who can I trust with my funds so I can expand my wealth? This is the other way around. Instead, you are finding people who you trust that trust you so that they can give their money so that you can come into more wealth. So this is a beautiful time to do a fundraiser. This is a beautiful time to do any kind of crowdfunding, especially since your North Node is in the 5th. So anything towards the expression of your independence and creativity, like North Node in the 5th house like this could be like, you know what? I want to be a musician. I want to be a professional singer. And the North Node in the 5th will hook you up. Like it's your destiny to come into independence doing what you love creatively. Whether it's as a singer or a CEO of Starbucks or Home Depot, you know, as long as you have fun doing it. So this is where you're coming into the allocation of funds and value that you manifest on your own self. You're manifesting your own value. The Scorpio 8th house is putting you in a position to show other people, hey, this is worth investing in. Buy this, invest in me, invest in what I have. This is other people without you having to ask them doing that anyway. And so the pipeline from May to Scorpio season of this year is putting you in a position so that by the time we step into the eclipse in November, this is going to fully blossom your second house seeds, and it's going to prepare you for a lot of money. It's going to prepare you for a lot of wealth. Coming from November, by the time we reach May 2023, where Jupiter is going to leave your first and go into your second, you're getting ready for one of the biggest financial come-ups of all time. And this is where fire sign risings, but especially Leo and Aries, are winning. Sag too. But for Sag, it's more lifestyle, which counts too. But for Aries, stacks, racks, and you have Saturn here too. So like Saturn in Taurus is the long-term investments and approach you have towards your own worth and value that will be paying off very huge, especially if you've been working on your portfolio in whatever way. Even if this portfolio is yourself, instead of investing in stocks or real estate, you're investing in yourself. That's the best thing you can invest in, yourself. Throughout your whole life, it will always pay off. You have the Midas touch. So Jupiter is going through your first. When Jupiter went through my first, I became the peace dealer. So as it was going through the 12th, I didn't know I was going to become the peace dealer. I was releasing my old life, and you're in that period right now. You're due for a Jupiter return. This Jupiter return and first house transit isn't going to start for you until April of 2022, where we have the sun Jupiter at 22 degrees on your rising. That's going to kick off chapter 1 for you. And so while you're clearing out chapter 12, which started last year, this is putting you in a position to release old beliefs around who you are. Because now you realize I'm a motherfucking gangster. I'm Queen Kellen. Nobody can mess with me. And like, there's a swagger here. There's a regalness and authority here that you walk with. And I wasn't joking when I was saying I'm a motherfucking gangster. I'm Queen Kellen. Like, that's a fact. Like, I know that can sound funny, but like, there's a swagger and a real sense that you walk with this that actually applies itself very, very regally. And you get to actually experience the tangible effect of this. So once we step into next year and Jupiter goes into your first proper, you're starting this new 12-year cycle of stepping into your full power. During the next 12 years, Saturn's going to return for you. Boom. That's really all I have to say. The nodes will return for you. Like, this is going to really set you up. This 2022 year is transitioning to remove and release the past 12 years since 2010 that brought you to where you are right now. And as a builder of the new earth, representative of the new generation, Pluto Sag, Uranus and Neptune in Aqua, Saturn in Taurus, builder of the new earth. This is enabling you to spiritually embody and at a soul level be the vessel of this very supernatural and advanced element of the new generation, so that like the cosmic boss and producer you are, you can be this leader. Because you have your MC in Capricorn. You're a collective leader. You're someone who's going to really have powerful positions of authority that Pluto in your 10th is awakening extremely. Okay. And as soon as Pluto goes into Aquarius next year, you're immediately going to start to feel that square. So it's going to immediately begin to transform how you convert this power into the influence you have around people, aliens, but other people who really aliens, that belong with you. Okay. Because Uranus, Neptune, and the moon in the 11th means that your friends you attract this lifetime are going to be alien. Like, they're going to be weird. They're going to be geniuses. They're not going to be from here. Okay. Just be real, but it's also going to be advanced. Like, the quality of the connections you have are out of this world, and they're meant to be. You're a vessel of that. Okay. You bring this knowledge from the ancient future so that you can creatively express this in guiding humanity more into the new age of Aquarius as someone who's from there. Not the age, but the vibe. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is lit. Now we've just finished Leo season. The sun is about 24 degrees. We have 6 days left. We finished it because we had the full moon. So we're complete. But this is now relative to the seeds you've sown in your value, the manifestation of the attitude of your value in Gemini season, the understanding of the foundation of how sincere you feel about your value in Cancer season, and you on stage expressing the creativity of your value, Leo season, which relative to the seeds sown, now the seeds are breaking through ground. The harvest will happen in Scorpio when we're ready to harvest the seeds grown. But this is where they finally broke through ground. It's not finished growing, but you now see what it's looking like. Because now based on your confidence, based on your self-esteem, we know how confident and courageous you are expressing it on stage. So this is highlighting your own nodes to really develop the direction of, especially with the full moon, what you want to create and who you want to express that to. Aquarius asks, what's the knowledgeable connectivity and influence you want to have with people who draw out more of your creativity instead of stifle it, instead of hate on you? So from Virgo season to Scorpio is going to complete this eclipse by now that you've expressed the 5th house creativity of who to express these talents to. Who in your relationships do you trust that want to support, that want to actually invest, that actually in the 8th house want to trust you with their wisdom and resources, and vice versa? So Virgo season is going to begin the process of integrating and segueing a mini harvest into your 6th house. This is going to trine the Taurus seeds. This is going to take this manifestation of this new element of your finances and already begin the process of integrating it into your routine and how you sustain the manifestation of this money in your lifestyle. What work environment and routine will, in its connection to Capricorn, establish this as a new career or a shift in your career. Virgo season is going to be very pivotal because the 12th house Jupiter conjunction, what's up, that we had in your 12th house evolved and transcended your spiritual beliefs. And now relative to everything that constitutes everything in your imagination and the supernatural sense of yourself, you're now forming in Virgo season a brand new lifestyle with that new moon in Virgo. All those dreams are being made real. You're now being given practical element and a change of your entire behavior during this game changer to actually ground, especially elements of your seeds that you planted with the eclipse, into your reality. This Virgo season is going to make real certain abstract dreams that you've had your whole life that you can now practically begin to live out. And now as we change the behavior around how you live your life, bloom, 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 this is what's going to integrate socially in Libra season in your 7th house. And so Virgo season is going to bring the beginning of a whole new change of regimen in your behavior and routine. The way you change your lifestyle, you're now going to be applying that in your relationships with others. And this will integrate this newly defined sense of your behavior with your partnerships. Libra season is going to bring the direct motion of Saturn in Aquarius and Pluto in Capricorn. And so this is going to help you move forward the reevaluative nature of your career and friends now that you've changed your lifestyle and you're getting ready to see the seeds you've sown harvest completely. The opposition of Jupiter coming out of your 12th and near your 1st will help you see how much more boldly you express your character in the face of other people that you've expanded this nature of your personality with Mars in Libra to assertively express yourself more boldly towards other people, bearing in mind how you've expanded your own personality individually and your sense of yourself. This is all 12th house, the Jupiter from your sun. And so you're transcending the value of your self-concept. Boom. That leads us to Scorpio season. And Scorpio season is going to finally complete this eclipse lesson by transforming the results of partnerships, the results of your change of lifestyle during Virgo season towards others, and how much more deeply you can connect with people who by Scorpio season see fully the quality of your value. Now, Saturn that's been squaring your sun is making sure you maintain integrity of your value with outside influences that might have their own knowledge or understanding of what you're worth versus what you know yourself to be worth. And the adjustment of this will be complete Scorpio season with the Scorpio trine or square to the Aqua that Saturn is now direct by then, to make sure any imbalance towards what you're worth versus what other people think you're worth is completed and rectified, with now other people seeing clear results of what you're worth and you being able to be invested what you're worth. Okay. This is going to blossom the seed sown in Taurus. And this is where you're going to start to, over the next 6 months, see incredible returns pipelining back to your second. So that from January, of course, in November, we're going to see Jupiter retrograde back into Pisces. And then it's going to go direct in Sagittarius season. And then 0 degrees Cap, it'll be 0 degrees Aries. So from January to May of 2023, we're going to see Jupiter quickly go through your first house in Aries and already make Taurus. So that by the time we get back to Taurus season, you're getting paid a lot of money. Money that you're manifesting individually on your own. This isn't mommy or daddy's money. This is your own independent money. And this is beautiful because you have the authority to manifest and command this. And this is based off of 6 months worth of you unlocking in November of this year the relationships you trust to invest in your value and to complete in your dealings with others, how people invest in what you have and you give of what you have to increase more of what you have. And this is what, once again, by Jupiter coming into Taurus, going to May of 2023 during Taurus season, enable you to come into the biggest financial come up and evolution of your finances than ever. When Jupiter went through my second house, I created my online store that since then has, netted me over $400,000. Just from an idea that I had and believing myself. So congratulations, because I didn't get all that money in 1 year, but it did really start the process of me defining my own prices and walking on that journey. Because you have Uranus here in a second, there's going to be a hyper accelerated quality through which it, where it might have taken me a couple years to get there, it's going to take you a couple months because you got the Midas touch. You got it like that. Please, I look forward to your feedback. I hope you enjoyed this eclipse report. That, in a nutshell, is what to expect towards this eclipse. And yeah, you stay blessed as always. And until next time, peace.